The legend of Wormwood was like a persistent itch in the back of my mind, a tale that refused to be ignored. As a journalist with an insatiable curiosity for the unknown, I found myself drawn to stories that held an air of mystery and danger. And so, the whispers of a town that didn't exist on any official record, a town called Wormwood, beckoned me like a siren song. The first time I heard the name was in a small, dimly lit diner on the outskirts of a forgotten town. The locals spoke in hushed tones, their eyes darting around the room as if the mere mention of Wormwood could conjure it into existence. I sat at the counter, nursing a cup of lukewarm coffee, my notebook open in front of me. The waitress, an older woman with weary eyes, glanced at me before leaning in closer. "Ever heard of Wormwood?" she asked in a low voice, as if divulging a dangerous secret. I looked up from my notebook, intrigued by the gravity in her tone. "No, I can't say I have. What is it?" She glanced around once more before leaning in even closer. "It's a town, or at least that's what they say. Doesn't show up on any map, but folks here know about it. A place where the line between reality and nightmare is paper thin." I leaned in as well, my interest fully piqued. "Tell me more." She proceeded to share a tale that sent shivers down my spine. Wormwood, she said, was a town that defied logic and reason. It was a place that seemed to shift and change, its streets and buildings morphing with the passing of time. Shadows moved independently of their casters, whispers filled the air even when there was no one around, and a pervasive feeling of dread settled in the hearts of those who dared to approach. Intrigued and determined, I embarked on a quest to uncover the truth behind Wormwood. Armed with a map, a camera, and a notebook, I journeyed into the heart of the unknown. The road to Wormwood was as eerie as the stories that surrounded it. It led through dense forests, the trees casting elongated shadows that seemed to reach out to me. The air was thick with tension, and the sky darkened as if it were bracing for the revelation of the town's secrets. After hours of driving, I stumbled upon a road sign that both excited and unnerved me. It read, "Welcome to Wormwood." The road twisted and turned, leading me deeper into the unknown. As I rounded a bend, a town materialized before my eyes. The buildings were old, their facades weathered by time and neglect. Streetlights bathed the deserted streets in an eerie glow, casting long shadows that seemed to dance in rhythm with my heartbeat. I parked my car, my camera clutched tightly in my hands, and stepped out into the cool night air. The silence was deafening, punctuated only by the distant chimes of a clock that struck midnight. With cautious steps, I explored the town of Wormwood. The atmosphere was surreal, as if the very air hummed with an otherworldly energy. Shadows moved independently, and whispers seemed to float on the breeze, carrying with them a sense of unease that settled deep within my bones. My footsteps echoed in the stillness, each sound a stark reminder that I was not alone in this eerie place. I ventured deeper into the heart of the town, drawn by an irresistible urge to uncover its secrets. The buildings seemed to shift and morph as I walked, as if the town itself was playing tricks on my perception. It was as if reality itself was unraveling before my eyes. As I walked, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. The windows of the buildings seemed to follow my every move, and the darkness at the edges of my vision seemed to dance with a life of its own. Whispers, soft and almost inaudible, seemed to come from all directions, filling my ears with an unsettling symphony. It wasn't long before I encountered the first anomaly. A shop that had been empty moments ago was now a quaint bakery, its windows filled with a tantalizing array of pastries and cakes. My instincts screamed at me to turn away, to flee from this place, but my curiosity held me in its grip. With a mixture of trepidation and fascination, I entered the bakery. The air inside was warm and fragrant, the smell of freshly baked bread enveloping me in a comforting embrace. Behind the counter stood a woman with kind eyes and a warm smile. She seemed ordinary enough, but there was an aura of mystery about her, as if she held secrets that were beyond human comprehension. "Would you like to try a pastry?" she asked, her voice soft and inviting. I hesitated for a moment, my instincts warring with my curiosity. In the end, my curiosity won out, and I nodded. She handed me a small pastry, and as I took a bite, a rush of memories flooded my mind. Memories that weren't my own. Images of people and places, moments of joy and sorrow, all jumbled together in a chaotic whirlwind. I stumbled back, dropping the pastry onto the floor. The woman's smile remained unchanged, her eyes fixed on me, as if she were studying my reaction. "Be careful what you consume in Wormwood," she said, her voice a whisper that seemed to echo in the depths of my mind. With a sense of urgency, I fled the bakery, my heart racing as I retraced my steps to my car. Panic and confusion swirled within me, and all I wanted was to escape the clutches of this nightmarish place. As I drove away from Wormwood, a sense of relief washed over me. The town that didn't exist was now behind me, its secrets and horrors fading into the distance. But even as I left it behind, I couldn't shake the feeling that Wormwood had left its mark on me, that its whispers and shadows would forever linger in the corners of my mind.